Hi everybody, and welcome to another video. Today we're going to be racing around A course in Germany. Yeah. Oscher... I missed it. Anyhow, starting in 8th place. Very tight corners this track, and you can just see there's 17 people here, so you can tell it's going to be interesting. Turn 1. We actually break away quite nicely with the pack up front in 6th place. And we're feeling pretty good, but if we jump to the view of a car, 2 cars back, that's me on the left up there, he's going to ram this Bentley out of the way, come in and sort of ram me wide into this car, and then just spin me right around. The usual. So we're going to break away, and watch this. Coming up here, the pack in front of us, is going to spin off to the right, 3 of them, and then 2 off to the left, and open the door for me and this other R8 with the Hot Wheels livery. I'm going to come in, he's going to brake early and just cut across. Spin me around, the Ferrari's got nowhere to go. And I get sent on a one-way trip to Australia. Upside down town. So you can see how it kind of panned out there. I rear-ended the Lambo around, the Ferrari had nowhere to go. 3 cars at least got involved in that incident. And I just lose almost every position. I think I start again in 16th. There goes our Bentley friend who got rammed wide. So, not a good start for him or I. It's a long race, 10 laps is a long way to go, no pit stops or anything, so we're just going to commit to being consistent. Not really going to worry about that, but look who it is right away, that freaking Hot Wheels livery sticks out like a sore thumb. Off you go, bud. Thanks. People trying to race here, not play bumper cars. Taking off with my new modded spoiler. Free position there, back up into 13th, like it matters at this point. But, you know, anything can happen in these long races, and I'm sure a lot will. Another position off to the side of the track. You can see I had a moment to vent there while I was on my roof. Didn't say anything positive, really. Now check out this chicane here. 2 players off to my right. That's ridiculous. Another 2 off to the left. And a Porsche who just rejoined. So almost 4 positions. And 1 sitting duck. I mean, we're back in 8th place where we started this thing, so not too bad of a start. Honestly, I'm getting kind of used to it. The Porsche is going to bump the rear end of the R8 up ahead and then spin out. Not really sure why that happened. I didn't see any brake lights or anything. Skipping ahead a lap, we haven't really made any progress, but the Audi's going to have a little bit of a trip onto the grass and rejoin. That's a free position for me, thank you. But just a couple corners later, he's going to have another go. I'm going to go defensive. Brake a little bit too much, but he still just has a really nice move around the outside. A little bit of contact. Not really anything to worry about. A little bit more contact as he just veers to the left violently. I guess he's just being assertive. I'm not really sure what that was about, but we give him the space now that we know how assertive he is. Just give him a little bit of room to breathe. Going ahead, you can see 5th place is just up ahead there, the yellow Ferrari, and I dip 1 or 2 wheels on the grass, and it's my turn to hit Spinsville. So rejoining a few positions down, back into 10th place with the 11th right on my tail, unfortunately, by the time I get going. An Acura NSX. Very good handling car, and I picked the R8 because I figured this looked like a handling circuit, and this is a pretty good handling car. So this will be interesting. He gets in very late on the brakes. Admittedly, I was a little bit early on the brakes, but I think he was still later than he wanted to be. Pretty slow on the middle point of the 2 corners there. Give him an accidental bump, but we're right back on his tail. That could have been bad. I'm glad I only got a warning, but I understand I could have spun him out pretty easily there. Feigning a move up the inside, he doesn't really phase him at all. He nails his braking point. I feel like this guy knows this track pretty well, because that was a beautiful wide entry into that corner there. Coming up into the triple left-hander apexes, I feel like you just lift a little bit here and there. I catch up massively, close that gap right up. He goes in a little bit deep there, and a door opens up, and I get on it. He kind of pushes me on the grass a little bit, and I don't know. I'm putting that one up on leg. There was a bit of a frame drop there. This thing can happen in this game. I'm just going to sound like excuses, but this thing can happen in this game where people are a car and a half. That Mercedes is the guy who spun me out turn 1. Good to see him getting acquainted with the barrier in another position. Well, like I was saying, there's going to be this thing where there's a car length between you and the guy in front, and like there's a frame spike or something, and then he reacts as if you just rammed him. So I feel like that just happened. It wasn't as apparent on this occasion. I'll be sure to point it out if it happens in the future to try and clean up my character, clean up my reputation, because that looked a little bit dirty. I'm not gonna lie, but I assure you, I did not. It doesn't help that I flashed my lights after, but I swear to God that was lag, and the door was open, and I was there, so I don't feel too bad about it. Catching up to this Lambo, we finally are gonna have some good racing in this ridiculous race. So I get a nice cut on him and get up beside him, but he also gets a very nice exit. So it's not over just yet. You can see he's holding and gaining. So we're going to go side by side, getting very close to the right-hand side here, but showing each other lots of respect coming into the first corner. We're going to try and go for a cutback on him and then around the outside, and it works beautifully. No contact there. So close. You know, at the end of the day, I looked at his account, and he had an F rating, which is just ridiculous, because he was clearly trying his best to, you know, race closely there while defending. So, don't know what that's about. Maybe the rating system isn't always right. Catching up to 6th place, and he is caught up to 5th, the yellow Porsche from before. So we managed to catch up to that yellow Porsche again after all of that nonsense spinning out. And my goodness, what a race. So now we're hoping one of them has an incident, and that'll open up the door for a battle for 5th. And there it is. One of them drives wide. You can see 4th had an incident with that back marker there moments before we arrived. And we have a shot at 5th now, who, if you look, actually has a penalty, a 1-second penalty. So that's good news. If you thought my move was good, check this out. He kind of just puts himself in the perfect spot at the most annoying time for me. Flashed my lights at the time, but in hindsight, that was about as much contact as you can have while still being clean. I think that was a really fair move on the Ferrari, a very good cutback. Exiting stage left, unfortunately, I think he got on the throttle a little too soon, because he just dips out to the left there for some reason, big spin, which is too bad, because he clearly knew a thing or two about the braking points at least. That was just, I think, a bit of a heat of the moment thing. Catching up with 5th here, skipping ahead to the final lap, because nothing really happens on the 9th. I just have to be within a second of this guy, and we've got ourselves a 5th position, which is pretty dang good considering I was on my roof for a moment there during the race. That doesn't matter anymore. It's behind us. We're going to close in on Kay, who we've kind of been racing with back and forth every now and then during this race. It's kind of nice that he's the one who's sort of been through it all with me, and we're going to have a little bit of a showdown here, hopefully. We're kind of far apart from each other now, but with that 1-second penalty, we're kind of like neck and neck. It's going to be down to the line, unless one of us makes a mistake somewhere along the way here. You never really know. You can see 4th, 3rd, and 2nd are both just on the straight right now ahead of us, so it's a pretty good race. It's hard to believe it's this close for me, or that I'm even involved with these guys considering all the shenanigans that went down. Hard to believe, but that's the big lesson I've been taking away from this game, is you just don't give up, because everybody will kill each other, and you can win in the most unpredictable ways. So you just stick with it, keep going. It's a good attitude to have. Here I've been having a good run out of that little chicane, better than most people, I think. I enter slower, I stay to the right more, so I get a nice wider cut to the left, and I think it's really paying off dividends, reeling in people, maybe a 10th every time. Coming around this last corner here, a bit of a snap to the car, but other than that, a very good exit. We're going to try and slingshot. The line's very close here, though. Not going to pull it off. The physical position, that is. We did manage to steal 5th place, thanks to the 1-second penalty. But there you go. That's your average race in Project Cars 2. I want to thank you all so much for watching, and hope you have a great day. Like, subscribe, all that fun stuff, and take care. See you next time.